I'm coming to you live from Miss Katy Vanity Room in Fort Worth. Of course, Miss Katy again. She's going to take us on a tour. We're going to look at her new location. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. It's super, super cute. Okay? So come on. Love this. It's so cute.
Thank you.
It has the best marketing ever. Baby, can you scan and just scan everything? It is so beautiful. Wow, we have a lot of people coming on. So, Katy, what is your favorite in here? Or what's your best sellers? Let's say that.
I would say probably the Spun Gel, definitely.
Oh.
We need to do another order of that. And Delicious, I would think.
Spa gel, really? What is it?
Gel.
What is it?
It's just a sponge with cleanser and oils and stuff in it. It's
Really?
Awesome. And they have one for pedicures and cellulite, which I love.
So
Love the smell. And then this is the Delicious one, and it's awesome. It has like sugar molecules in it, so it just really softens your skin.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. So there's sugar, flower sugar, lemon blossom, sugar coconut, brown sugar.
I love that one. That one's
Sugar
really
lavender.
beautiful.
You know, I'm a big lavender fan. And this is a scrub. Oh, that smells really good.
They're awesome.
Baby, if there's questions, you know how to. And then sugar kiss and sugar.
The Sugar Kiss is like a cotton candy. It's awesome. Right?
That's too sweet.
I like the brown sugar. That one's really like fall scented. And then this is a new oil that they just came out with.
That's the one you talked about, right?
I actually talked about this one. This is the bath oil that turns into like a soap and then a bubble bath. It's really interesting. It's kind of like a multi-use product.
So what if you don't take baths?
Yeah, I just use it as a
shower?
oil.
Oh, really?
And then it suds up and it's a cleanser. It's really neat.
That's
And it actually has
interesting.
probiotics in it for your skin. It's really cool.
Probiotics. Wow. Okay.
It's a really good line. I love it.
And then of course your Norvell, and then we were talking about your brushes.
And I say
Say Brazil, absolutely, yes. Very nice, Katy. I love this. It's so open when you come in. It's so friendly. You know,
Thank you.
it's very open. And then of course you have your beautiful. I love these that you did. These.
We need to update those, but yes.
These are so cute because they can, you know, you can throw them in your purse. But I love this idea that you did of this for your marketing.
Thank you.
I really, 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 really like this. And of course, everything you do is great. I could never do this. I don't have this, you know.
Yes, you can.
No. This is not my thing, you know.
Well, my graphic designer did that, not me, so. I
But
did not
you,
take all
no,
the credit.
you do all the decorating here, though.
Yes.
Yeah, so that comes natural. I don't do that. I'll put a little flower up there and well, hey, let's go whack. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's go on the tour. Let's tour this whole thing. No questions, baby? Look at he's so cute. He's so serious. Oh, we forgot to talk about your check-in. Okay, sorry. We got to go back to her check-in. So you want to get on that side and tell us how we check in?
Sure.
So here's all her esthetician cards that are up here. And this is a cute little check-in window for everybody, nice and bright. These are all your estheticians.
Yes.
Wow. So they come in. And what's this?
That is for our 6-year anniversary party. If you flip it over, the details are on the back for this coming up Thursday. We're so excited.
Oh my gosh. 6 years?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm going to get this area cut out more and be more open. I really don't like this, but that's
So
what we
more
had to work
like
with.
this side. Wow, Katy, this is super nice.
Thank you.
So everybody checks in here and does everything, and then they wait.
And
So-
then we usually give them a little bit of a tour since this is new, and we show them our little seating area inside here.
Okay, I'm come see.
And during normal business hours, we'll have either a mimosa bar or a water bar going. So
Mimosa.
yes, and then I want to get this new line of tea, and it's really awesome, and I'm gonna do that in the afternoon. So
Wow. So every day you have tea, you have mimosa or coffee.
yes.
And who does that? Staff?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So they just come in and relax here.
Yes.
This is
Usually
neat.
they don't have to wait very long, but some people like to come early and just sit and kind of
Be on,
decongested.
absolutely, absolutely. This is so cute. So you have all of your testers here in the waiting area.
For the Delicious hand cream, yes, we do. These aren't really testers, but you could smell them.
Or touch them, really.
Yeah.
So this is a really good idea. So everybody who comes in here.
Unless their esthetician just kind of is ready to go, then.
But for the most part, they get this room.
Usually,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. I like it. It's very chic, of course.
Thank you.
You know, you do good work.
Thank you.
All right, so we have how many treatment rooms?
We have 5.
5.
For waxing.
Okay.
And they're all kind of the same. I guess a little bit different.
You know what I like when we were at Keller, and I forgot, we actually got a lot of questions. I don't know, there were some people asking on the YouTube channel, because I put your tour on the YouTube channel. They were really asking about your setup. So can you tell like what your idea is on the setup and why you set up this way?
Sure. I really haven't had time to really look at how each room's set up yet. But for the most part, so I'll see. I love using actually ketchup bottles for dispensing products. So we do this before the client ever even comes in the door. We don't touch them again once the appointment starts. And then our barbicide, of course. And then I just like to use little glass jars to keep everything nice and organized and contained. And then these should probably be in a box, according to State Board.
And you don't have a trolley. You actually use all countertops.
Well, we do have that. So we have our, I believe, what does she have down here? The room that I use, I like to have the trolley for the body waxing. So for legs and everything, I can move it over and go from
What's
there.
done in this room primarily? Brazilians? The way it's
Probably,
set up?
yes.
Oh, okay. So the setup will dictate where you have this, all your supplies.
I believe so.
Oh,
I didn't really set up each room though. And
Well then,
They
sure.
couldn't
Okay,
set it
so
the way
this
they
is
wanted.
more of a Brazilian room. So what would like a brow and face wax room look like?
we do have our brow and face wax here, so
Okay.
I guess she can easily use this, but I prefer cars.
Charlie, yeah.
But a lot of my girls actually, I think they like.
Going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm surprised at is with that, there's nothing on your floor. Like your floor, and I'm talking, her floor is not sticky or tacky or anything. And I've been in a lot of businesses where it has been.
No,
Very,
we don't do that.
Yes, which is good. Which is another question with the whole trolley. Most people's trolley, because I did post on Facebook today that nasty trolley.
I saw that. That was disgusting.
It is disgusting, but it's very common. The whole, difference. But your floors are very, very clean. So this is a bigger room.
These two are about the same length, and then these are smaller and a little bit wider.
Well, where's your room?
Well, I don't really have my own
Oh.
room. I prefer this room.
Look, I'm like, what?
I like
Okay.
this room.
Oh, so this is 2 trolleys in here.
Yes, that is just really to have a home for that one for now. We had 2 extra trolleys.
Wow. So again, you have all of your stuff all set up. This is very cute, by the way.
Thank you.
And you have your trolley. And whose trolleys? What are these? Who are these by?
Target.
Really?
Yeah, I love them.
Wow. So both of them. That's Target too. The glass one.
Yes, some of them came with glass and wood, and then some just wood.
What?
And I like, for the waxing, I like to have glass because I feel like you can sanitize it more.
This light. Who is this light?
That is from IKEA.
Wow.
I love that
Baby,
light.
can you get a close up? And this is by your foot.
So you take up no space hardly whatsoever, and anytime you need extra light, there it is.
I love that, Katie.
Thank you. I
This is IKEA. It's very small. I like that. Very, very chic. Not all cumbersome. Because, a lot of people use mag lamps. And,
Right.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not either.
This is great.
Thank you.
I love this. And so this room, the only difference is you have the chair on the other side and you have the big closet in this one.
Yes, that was just an armoire that we had. So I'm actually storing all of our party supplies in there. I wanted all of that kind of stuff, like cake stands and stuff, to be in one
So
spot.
how do you decide your montage over here? How do you decide what you want to put in and what room and what you want to say? Like, how do you decide all of that?
That's a good question. I think I go with a little bit of color scheme, and then just based on who mainly uses this room, which message I think that they would like the most.
So I see a clipboard. Who's the clipboard? What is your clipboard?
That is something that our manager in Keller came up with, so that if we add on a service during the appointment and our receptionist is busy up front instead of like whispering or, trying to talk to her while she's on the phone, we can write, check off real quick what we added.
Oh my gosh.
And just hand it to her. Which is a really great idea.
I love that.
But that way the client doesn't feel like, what is she saying about
What's she
me?
talking about?
Yeah. So it's just like, hey, we added this.
I love that, Katie.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
Thank
and again here, and no trolley here. Oh, trolley's there.
There. I really don't think Amy uses it though. I think she prefers it to be stationed over there.
And she's mostly a Brazilian waxer too?
Yes, definitely.
So she's
she of course does brows and everything, but she does a ton of legs and Brazilians.
So
And we're getting a big hearts for the job aids.
Oh, for the job? The add-ons.
The aids, yeah.
The add-on
Oh,
clipboard?
the aids, job aids to help people with their job.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay. You're so cute. Like, what? Okay, so then you have your break room. And
Yes.
you cracked me up with your break room because even at Keller, your break room was awesome.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed, but
What kind of tables are those? Chairs and a wax set?
wax it.
Your wax warmers?
Yeah. Okay.
Those are satin smooth.
Satin smooth, and the blue chair is from World Market.
Oh.
And what else?
The wax
The
bed?
bed.
The bed is a company I believe called LME or LML Beauty Supply.
And those are aesthetic beds.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, they were just the nicest and lower in price for electrical that I could find.
Oh, they
And I
are
have been
electrical.
Really happy. Mhm.
Oh, so they're electrical beds, guys. They're not massage tables like I have. And I would love to get an electrical bed. Like, that's the next thing I want to get. But that's nice. So every bed in here is electric.
Yes.
Oh, my
Which is new for us, and we're totally loving it. It's not like where you have to pump it.
Yeah, I did the pump. The pump doesn't work. So your break room is for staff only.
Yes.
And then you have your washer and dryer. You wash here.
Yes.
So you don't have any, I think we asked you that the last time. You don't do any contract laundry at all.
No.
And this is storage and,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, I love this. So your mimosas you make back here. So everything for your room up there you make back
Yes.
here.
And then we have some supplies for our party. That's why we have all that wine
And you
right
can
there.
serve alcohol without an alcohol license
Mhm,
here.
as long as you don't sell it.
Oh.
And obviously you need to not get them intoxicated. So
Look. Okay, so we have another room, and I love this again. Your montages are so cute.
thank you.
I mean, it is very tasteful, and they all kind of have the same theme, which I love.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are so nice. And where did you get these, Katie? I meant to ask you that because these were in Keller too.
The Dollar Tree online
Really?
for $1. Yep. I think you have to buy 12 or 24 at a time.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I couldn't believe it either.
Oh my gosh, those are so cute, and they look real.
I know.
Oh my
And you don't
gosh.
have to water them.
No. And they have different sizes. So the DollarTree.com.
Yes, but you don't really get to pick which ones you get. It's just an assortment of
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And some come with a green or orange bottom, and I didn't like those, so.
And the only thing we didn't show was back to your door. You don't have your stuff
I
up
don't
yet.
have that up yet.
Okay.
No, sorry.
That's fine. No. You just moved. So show me the piece de resistance. Let's see this.
My beautiful
People love the budget shopping, and it still looks chic.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This tanning room though is amazing.
Thank you.
I
This
wish
is my baby.
I would have had a room like this in my spa. I never even thought, and Rudy and I were talking about after we left Keller about just taking one room and painting the walls so you wouldn't have to clean the walls as much.
And that's what I had at my previous Fort Worth location, where we painted the walls black. But I love this because now instead of it getting caked on, we can actually
Just
clean
wipe it, yeah. So go ahead and show us. So you have the same setup that we did at Keller, and these are the same stadiums that you
Yes,
have.
ma'am.
You just pull them all in here.
Yes.
And I love this, guys. I'm telling you. So she has obviously the Norvell, which we talk about all the time. She has her setup. You have the Z3000, which is the top of the line. You have your sticky feet. And oh my gosh, this is super, super easy. I love you put this in yourself, I'm assuming, the track lighting. Oh, that's so nice. I would love to get a spray here.
Aw, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I love these new lights because they kind of keep us warm. It's weird.
It is. I was
Clients
gonna
don't
ask you
complain
that.
of being cold
Cold.
anymore when getting a tan, so
Because of the lights.
whatever those lights are, they work well.
Is that IKEA too?
No, that is Lowe's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have all of your stuff here, all your supplies, everything to go,
Mhm.
and they just in and out.
In and out. We usually set up, the slippers, little bikini. I like to kind of put a little kit together and put it right here
Wow.
for them, so that they have anything that they need, and a little ponytail on there.
And a ponytail.
Yes. So, there they go.
And you do men and women?
Mhm.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Because I know you don't wax men. So.
Well, Amy has actually started waxing in here.
What?
Mhm.
Good for her.
Yeah, she did that in Vegas and is totally comfortable with it.
That's
so.
right. Boys make money, honey.
Exactly.
So who is every esthetician spray?
Mhm.
Everyone
Oh
sprays.
yeah, we love spraying.
Okay, so that's a key, guys. Quick money maker. So everybody that works here also spray tans here, because I know some businesses will have just one or two people who all they do is they spray.
Oh, we better all know how to do it because we are busy with the tans big time.
Wow.
So.
And then the last room.
Yes, we have one more room. Avoid the junk that we're trying to get rid of.
This mirror is gorgeous. Me and Rudy were looking at that. Your one and only sink. That's right. We were talking about this. Your one and only sink. And then you have your 2 quads in here. So this must be your body wax room too. It's on a trolley.
Yes.
And I love this again.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. Very clean. Clean
What are
lines.
the starting costs for spray tanning?
It depends on what package you get. Norvell has quite a few startup packages. I always say start with the smallest one and then work your way up to the gun. So Norvell.com, you can go into their website. They have the smallest package, which is a handheld, which is the M1000, I believe. And that comes with like 2 containers of spray. The more money you make, the more you can put back into getting a better gun. So don't go buy a gun in the beginning because they're pretty expensive. I mean, they're like $2,500, I want to say, for the M3000, which is what Katy has. So you work your way up in spray tan. But I mean, her room is flawless. So, you know, I wish I would have had a room like that. I'd probably still be spraying butts right now. But this is really, really nice. Really, really nice.
Thank you.
Everything is kind of the same. The theme is the same. The marketing is the same. Everything is just the same and nice and clean lines, which I absolutely love. And you're showing how to do something like this on a budget, and it doesn't have to be over the top.
No, we don't. Everything I do pretty much is on the budgets. I
Okay.
splurge on products. You know, that's what
Yes,
I
you
splurge
do.
on. I don't splurge on all this stuff. I splurge on the quality products that we use.
Okay, we're going to come back out and ask Katy a couple questions, and then we'll sign up on the Periscope. So come on, guys. We're going to go back into the... Why don't we go into your cute waiting room? It's such a cute room. This is just gorgeous. I mean, just like so Okay, baby, you want to sit right here?
Has she ever had trouble with her quad heaters?
2 of them I've had trouble with. One of them, like the third one, just doesn't work, I believe. And then I think I have another one where one likes to heat up really high without us turning it up high, so we don't use that one either. So yes.
So you have.
Mm-hmm.
But what warmers did you use before?
I've pretty much always used these for years. I just bought those little double ones for the cart so that we could have. And sometimes we need to have 2 cans going. You know, 2 cans of hard wax going. So I figured it would just be easier if we weren't always like looking for a free can in someone else's room. If we actually had 6 cans going.
So
even
right
though
now-
we don't use 6 wax
You have 4 waxes going in every room at all times.
at least.
So you, and then the busier rooms will have 2 more, or does every room have now 6 cans?
I think every room has at least 6 now, I believe. Except this one. I think it only has 2 doubles, actually.
So what are your hours? You're here from, well, I know you're here all the time, but what are your working hours?
Well, I'm working all the time. I'm a
Right.
hubby, or sometimes I get more done from home. Working hours, open hours, Monday through Friday, 10 to 7, Saturdays 9 to 4.
Wow. And no Sundays.
So the person that asked about the quad heater said she has 2 pots that stop heating.
Oh, and one thing. Yeah, and I remember, I wish I would have, because one time I actually bought one of them on Walmart.com. It was the best price I could find, and it was Satin Smooth brand, and I contacted them about the warranty, but never heard back. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Question again is how many rooms? Somebody missed the beginning.
5.
5 wax rooms, 2 spray tan rooms, or stations.
Yep. So she has a total of 7 working rooms,
Mm-hmm.
which is good compared to at Fort Worth. At this location here in Fort Worth, you had how many working rooms at your
I
other
had
location?
before 4 and 1 tan room. I was hoping for this room right here to be a room, but the ADA compliant door was right here, so we couldn't fill that in.
Yeah.
So obviously this couldn't be a room. So
Yeah.
I'd already signed the lease and everything whenever I'd figured that out.
Oh.
So, but it's working out.
So that would have gave you 8.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. You know, things happen. So Katy has been an esthetician. How long have you been an esthetician, Katy?
Sure. Probably since, I believe, 2004.
Okay.
So,
That's
11,
11
12
years.
years,
Yeah.
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 I think it could have been 05.
And you started off in a salon. You had rented a room. When I first met you, when you started doing business with me, you were at a salon. I can't remember, but you were renting a room.
Yes, I think before that, I'd actually worked at a spa for 3 years.
Oh.
Are you on the second floor or ground level?
Ground level.
You worked at a salon for how long?
For nearly 3 years.
And then you got your own room after 3 years of working under someone.
Right.
Oh, wow. And then when did you expand out of that room? At what point did you move from the room to your old location?
I started working on the Foch Street location within probably 6 months, really quick.
Really?
And then we probably moved about 10 months later after that. It happened very fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you went from working for someone, working on your own, to hiring people.
Mm-hmm. Technically, yes.
Wow.
Probably within a year.
Wow.
Yeah. And you
you,
did help.
You've won how many years in a row? You've won Best Waxing, right?
Ever since opening, we won. There was just 1 year where they did not have the contest, so it looks like we didn't win that year, which is sad.
And
But
how do you get students? Do you recruit them from the schools?
get
Staff?
Staff.
We do some recruiting from schools, but usually it's just from people bringing in resumes and just constantly doing interviews and just kind of always knowing what's out there. I always say, you know, we could always be hiring if the right person comes in, and you know, I've hired probably 3 people that I wasn't hiring, but they came in and just really, really wanted to work here, and I just saw something in them, and
Wow.
we just went for it, and it's turned out great, really, with all 3 people.
Wow.
Mhm.
So,
So I
you-
kind of also go and
Wow.
intuition, I guess.
So how long has this crew that you have here been working with you here?
Each one has been for quite a while. I don't think I've had an esthetician leave in nearly 3 years. It's been a really long time.
And they're your employees, though. It's not contract.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Yes.
just try to create a happy culture where everyone's happy and making money and
And a
just
great
making happy
reputation.
clients, yes. And we all really get along well, and I mean, we have fun. It's not like some crazy, but we all do, you know, have rules to follow and all those
And
good things.
who's your graphic designer? Somebody loves your business cards with the photos.
That is my friend Asia. She really does not have like her own business really. She works
Really?
for a company, but I've been trying to tell her like you really should. You could always message me on Facebook and I could get you in contact with her.
I would love that because she does good work.
Yeah,
so
she's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, I will. I will too.
Okay. I don't know if she wants me giving out her information.
You does she not want no money?
Probably.
Okay, all right.
Now, of course, you need to give your Facebook.
Okay, my Facebook is just /Vanity Room Waxing Boutique.
And then your Instagram.
It's the same thing. /Vanity Room Waxing Boutique.
Yes. So Katy has a lot of great marketing ideas. We talked about this at the Keller location, but you have, didn't you do like, what's your Tan Tuesdays and your Mimosa
Sometimes I'll do
Wednesdays?
stuff like that. We haven't done that in a while, but I really want to start getting back into that. This coming up Tuesday is our 6th-year birthday. So every day that week we are going to have a little special, like a Tan Day Tuesday special. Now that we have 2 stations, we're going to do like if you bring a friend in, you get $10 off, and that will kind of encourage new clients. And then the Wax Day Wednesday special, I want to say was like complimentary numbing cream with the body wax.
And so what is the last time you did, or when's the last time you did a client appreciation? Have you done one? Well, that one was a little smaller than
Which one?
your Fort Worth location.
Yeah, we haven't got to focus on that much lately, but like I would say this week is definitely one. I did do a fall special as a client appreciation, just to try for our clients to stay on track throughout the fall and winter. And that was buying a package of 4, I believe, for the price of 3. But it did expire after 4 or 5 months. So it's like, please stay on track. You know?
Oh, wow. So you can do expire here in Texas?
Well, I could say that. But I don't think legally, Katy, I would still honor it.
Right.
It's just, it's on there so that hopefully they'll use it.
And a lot of people did take advantage of that.
Not really as many as I thought would, but probably about, I'm not quite sure.
And the question is, what wax product does the house do you use most?
Really, guys? Really? Really? You already know why I'm here. Hello, it's implied.
We love 7 the most.
Right.
I love 7. And Latte.
And she also uses Baradin's blue, right?
We do.
And I've tried to get her off of that for years, but you know.
Sometimes we're stuck in our
You
ways.
like what you like.
Yeah.
Yes,
Stephanie
yes.
still loves me.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, a lot of people don't realize, I mean, I sold Barron's for a long time. I mean, I think that's really, that's how we started.
Just checking, Stephanie.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, I was a big Barron's distributor for a long time. And really, that's how Katy and I met. And then we started talking, and she was looking to expand. Because I think we had gotten a couple Periscopes ago, a couple people had asked, had you gone through any of my trainings for business? I'm like, no, I've been talking to Katy for years. So everything that I'm doing now, we talked about years ago for you.
Yeah, I found you a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
I think maybe, when did you first start your website?
09.
That's, I think, exactly when I found you.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
from the beginning. Together.
From the beginning, absolutely. And look at what she's doing now, guys. I mean, she's absolutely doing well. I love coming in here every time. I'm always wowed about what she's retailing. I think that's the thing that catches me the most is that you really retail so much, even though you don't do any skincare.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the part that really shocks a lot of people because they're expecting just to have just, you know, ingrown products or just hair removal based products.
Right.
But you really retail all the way around.
Yeah, it might not make perfect sense. I'm just a product junkie, and so it's kind of like a Katie's favorite things store.
Right. And so you had Farmhouse Fresh for a long time.
We did. They just had a lot of proximity issues, you know, where they were just really saturating the market, and I just didn't like to be doing what everybody else does.
Of course.
And the question, of course, is, Stephanie, do you ship abroad?
Yes. Where are you located, darling? We ship worldwide.
UK.
Yes. Absolutely. International priority shipping will get you there. Mm-hmm. So cute. So you have all of you have how many retail lines you're doing now? 6? 7?
I'm not quite sure. I would have to go see. I mean, we probably have 3 or 4 different lines just of ingrown products. And then we have probably 10 to 15. So we have the water drops that I love. What's that line called?
Water drops.
Yeah,
See,
it
yeah,
has
all
like the
kinds of
hair,
stuff.
skin, and nails has biotin, and then there's a one for sleepy time with melanin.
Mhm.
And I always get the two confused.
And how do you pick what you want to retail?
Well, like that line I found at the Las Vegas show, and I loved it. They had like a skinny water that had, I believe, Garcinia Cambogia or whatever, whenever that was kind of a big fad, and so I loved it. And so then I just started getting into getting more of them.
So how do you retail then if you're retailing stuff that has nothing to do with the hair removal? How do you retail?
Well, with that line, we make the waters. Like, there's a coconut one, and so we'll hand them the water. And the coconut one tastes awesome, and it's just really refreshing. There's a tranquility one, so it's really calming. So if someone is really, you know, about waxing, then we can give them a cup of that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I feel like it kind of all ties into
together.
skin a little bit.
So you went outside the box of the norm because
Mhm.
most people would do skincare in this kind of.
We really don't have a facial line.
No, you don't have any of that.
Mhm.
Wow. And it was worked all this time.
Mm-hmm.
And no one ever comes in and says, "Oh, can I get a skincare product?" Or "Do you recommend a skincare product?"
Yes, I mean, we do refer things. I am probably a little bit different than most estheticians because my skin's sensitive, so I've just always stuck with like what the dermatologist told me since I was little, which is like Purpose soap, and I know, and like Johnson & Johnson's sunscreen is the only sunscreen that won't make my eyes water. So it's really weird. So I know. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my
But it's like, whenever I used all Dermalogica, I had like the worst acne, and then I'd use their acne line. I had the worst. It was even worse. So then I was like, I'm just gonna go back to what I used to use when my skin was fine and everything went away. So now I just stick with what works for me.
Well, we just had a question about 7 if it's a wax or sugar base, and then it's our friend from the UK, and then it was already answered as wax.
Oh, okay, yes, yes. What I want to know is, how do you reward your staff for sales? Like, how do you do that?
They get, depending on the level that they are on, we have 4 different levels. They get commission anywhere from 5% to I think 12%, and then we every now and then have contests. We've been slacking on that just because there has been a lot of changes lately, but every now and then we'll have contests monthly or weekly. We need to do that soon because it's fun, and for different gifts, you know, whoever does this gets a Starbucks card or pedicure or something like that.
So you're always.
But they're
doing
really,
something.
I mean, I really don't push sales that much. It's not even really about the money of it. I love for someone to have this on the counter at home or this in their shower and think of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about to me. So even if they, like, if I had a candle line, so every time they lit that, they would think, oh, I need to get back in that place. So that's what it's more about to me.
Are they also paid on skill level?
Skill level, that I wouldn't say it's necessarily a skill level. Everyone does go through training here. Our levels are depending on retention and what else? My brain's off today. Sunday.
Okay.
Retention, productivity. There's 8 different factors. I'm trying to think of all of them.
Wow.
So not really skill, but we are constantly doing education here, and I really wouldn't have anyone even start until they're fully ready, and I was confident that our name could not be compromised by their skills.
And then what salon software do you use to track all that?
I use Booker.
Wow. So it's a whole big. So you're always marketing, you're always talking, you're always doing things for your staff, and you still see clients.
A little bit, yeah.
So you cut back.
Yeah, I had to. It's a lot.
And they're okay.
But I love waxing, and I really don't want
to
stop
lose that.
doing it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's one thing. If you stop, you won't be
Right.
able to. Yes, baby. No? Usually when you breathe, there's somebody that has a question. So you still work, you have your staff here. Now, do you have an office manager? Who does the day-to-day money, scheduling, follow-up with clients things? Oh.
And then just my team has little things and little goals to accomplish too. So we need to do better at the follow-up. I have a receptionist right now that I'm actually going to start training this week to start doing more of those type of things.
Follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And helping me with goal tracking and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because we are a little bit behind.
Oh, wow. But you're busy, though.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're busy now going into the holidays and you do your gift certificates, I didn't see them out. How do you do them? Because that's one thing that we're talking about in our lives.
We do those. You can buy them online. You can send them to a friend through Booker, and then you just have a gift certificate. My graphic designer actually, I need to follow up about that. She was going to make one that had more of our look.
Yeah. Okay.
So I need to do that.
Yes, baby. No. So when you have your busy season, what do you think is, obviously Valentine's Day is always busy for everyone, but are you like year round? Do you still have ebbs and flows?
I would say yes. The first 2 weeks of November were definitely slower. I don't know. I looked back at last year and it was slow then too, so I'm not really sure why, but then I've heard how that's National Spa Week, and that's, around the board. I heard through salons, spas, everything that those are just slow weeks. But for the most part, we're pretty consistent. I would say since we have TCU here, and a lot of our clients are TCU students, like the week before spring break is definitely a high point. It's crazy. And then when they go home, I would say, we definitely don't see them for 2 or 3 months, and so, but it's not too noticeable. But
wow, so lots of good stuff, guys. So we're done with Miss Katy, unless you have any questions for her. We will post this to our YouTube channel, so you'll get to see that on there, just like we have the other one at Keller. And any questions, baby? No? Everybody's good? Well, I should have gave you glasses, baby.
Any incentive pricing for Brazilian?
Do you do incentive pricing for Brazilians? No, it's straight out.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then we might have a special, but I really don't believe in discounting your top 3 services.
And what are your top 3?
For us would be Brazilian brow and spray tan.
And so how much are those? How much is your Brazilian?
I believe it starts around, just for the front area, with my esthetician level 55 maybe, or 50. And then it goes up $10 increments, basically. And then we have a Brazilian 2, which...
Rewind that. Why does it go up? The more
with
they
the
want?
level. And we have Brazilian 1, Brazilian 2, and Brazilian 3.
And what is that?
Brazilian 1 is everything in the front. Brazilian 2
Nothing
is...
on labia, nothing on the butt.
No, it is the labia too. And then the back. And then Brazilian 3 would be like for the people that have hair down to here and up to here. Like everywhere. And it explains that on our...
And what's 2?
Brazilian 2 is basically a real true Brazilian.
But what's 1?
Just for people that just want the front area and where we don't mess with the back.
So that's not a Brazilian though. But for them, it's not. But they think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay, all right. So I'm like, wait a minute.
And then we have our esthetician level, esthetician plus, master, and expert, and so those prices do increase with the level.
So how much is it for you then?
I need to get a look done. I believe it's around 80 for Brazilian 2.
So you don't have an owner price?
Well, I'm the expert.
You're the expert.
Yeah.
And you don't put expert/owner?
That's on my business card.
Oh, it is?
But technically, any of my estheticians could get up to the expert level.
Ah, okay.
I'm shooting for one to do that really soon.
Right?
So,
Wow. We're learning things, guys.
I should know this.
So $80 versus $55. That's a
Yeah,
huge
it is
difference.
80. For the Brazilian 2, for me, it's 80. For, it's 60 for the Brazilian 2 for the esthetician level.
So okay, so let's talk about the esthetician level. So how do you determine when someone calls who esthetician level they're going to go with?
We ask if they have preference, and if not, this is good for people that want the cheapest, and then we have a ton of people that want the best, and so it's most people are already educated from our website before they ever even call, and most of the time they actually book the appointment themselves online. So if someone just calls in and they're just wanting a time, then the level really doesn't matter to them. But it's kind of natural and makes sense. Like if you're a master level, you're going to be really booked up more than likely and not going to be getting
almost like a demand too. So you're almost feeling a demand for you as an expert for people to really book with you because you're so full.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now, will you do Brazilian 1?
On someone?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have clients that would do that. Mm-hmm.
And it's still more expensive than on a non-expert. It's still more higher.
It's 70.
Oh, wow.
Where esthetician it starts at 50.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, Katy.
Thank you.
Wow. So how long does it take for you to move? Like you determine when they go from what
It really
level?
is all database. I mean, it's all about numbers. And so it's not, and that's what I really like. I just started this about probably a year ago. And so they really have to meet goals and then grow from there.
And how you move them up? You just say one day, oh, you've made your goal, you're at the next level.
We look quarterly usually.
Quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
And that increases pay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's all lined up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are the girls really wanting to move up levels? They are.
Yes, I think, love
The challenge.
Yeah. I didn't really like before where it's just like the same price for everybody and then, oh, you're doing a good job, I'll just give you $1 a raise. You know, it's like it didn't really make sense and there was no method to it. And so I love having some structure to it, and I think that they like it because now they can see how to grow and make it more of a career than just a job. Because I really value my team and I really want them to stay here for forever. You know?
Right. Wow.
So.
Yes, baby. No questions? That's very interesting that you have different levels for different estheticians. Because typically in most jobs, you would go in, you're an esthetician.
Mm-hmm.
It's one price. They don't care what level you are. Like someone like me to go into a job. I mean, obviously I'd be bored, but I would want to command a lot more for, 13, 14 years of waxing versus someone that came in and were one.
Right.
You know, so that's really good on your end to motivate, but not motivate. But it is a motivator at the end of the day.
And the clients, I believe, new clients really love that because they can pick and choose what they want. If they're more making a decision because of money, then they can do that. If they really want someone that does have a ton of experience or, you know, has done what it takes to get to these new levels, then they can choose that.
Well, that's very much close to what hairstylists are. I mean,
right. It's kind of modeled up. I think it's like a European
Yes, it
model.
is. Yes, it is. I mean, you have, you know, for coloring, they have, you know, where you pay more if you want to get one the top for, you know, cutting or design.
Exactly.
So that's a really good, I like that.
Thank you.
That's really good. I like that. See, we learn things every day, guys. We learn things every day. Someone had a question, maybe? Yes.
Do you offer health benefits, 401k, to attract better staff?
I do not at this time. We actually have a man from Edward Jones coming in this week to speak to us, and that's something we're going to look into. And then I have looked into healthcare, and I'm just not so sure about that. It's super expensive.
It's very expensive.
I really don't know I need to look at it again, I guess. I think it's coming up. I think you do that about right now.
Yeah.
When you look into all that.
The open season.
Yeah, so I don't know if that will be a reality.
Well, you have to remember, too, you're a small business owner, so
Right.
there really is no expectation for you to offer that. Or anyone here full time? They are.
Yes. I would love to offer that. I would love for them to. I do like a flu season. I'll be like, if you want to go get a flu shot, I'll pay for it. You know,
Right.
I'll do like something like that, or you know, if someone has a medical emergency and you know, they needed $50 or something, I would help them out for that. But I don't think I could do.
It's expensive. Go ahead, baby. Oh, look.
Everybody just loves you, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, but that's honest. And that's hard as an owner to come and say, to offer that.
Right.
Especially for the amount that we're making and to still have all of this and provide a great working environment and still pay you and still have products.
There's so much to it. And I think a lot of employees, you know,
Don't realize.
Great to not realize all of it, but it's just, there is so much to it. It's incredible. And little cost here and there and toilet paper, paper towels,
Yes.
and it just all adds up so
Yes.
much. And so, yeah, you have to kind of pick and choose what you can do.
Absolutely. But I think you're providing a great working environment for estheticians and you're challenging them. I think that's the one thing with us. We want to be challenged. We just, you know, sometimes you can get so focused into work mode that you're forgetting. You look up and it's like, oh. And then you're back in the trench and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going.
Right.
So, I mean, this is great that we actually got to sit down and have a conversation and talk and really understand your method of madness. I mean, I know it, but a lot of people just don't know it.
Right.
I've had a couple questions of people who have asked me to ask you about competition. What do you think about your you know, us, we talk all the time about there is no
And the first
competition.
question would also be if you have a business partner or if you're a sole proprietor.
I'm a sole proprietor.
And what about, do you have any competition?
Probably a European Wax Center opened like maybe a year ago, and they've actually sent us a ton of spray tan clients, and I think it's a different caliber of client really that wants their services versus ours, so I don't think they're really that comparable. And there's, you know, solo estheticians everywhere. I go to one myself, and so we probably do, but I don't really worry about it. I just say we're in a town of like 800,000 people, and there's definitely enough people for each and every esthetician in this town, for sure. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, someone might prefer someone else, and that's great. So we can't please everybody all the time, and we try really hard, but if they want the European wax, you know, process and all of that, then great, and that's fine.
Have you ever had someone try to copy your business or be a copycat?
Yes, several times.
And how has that changed your business?
Not really. I think the most things that they try to copy are like the products that we sell or something like that. And that's what I was saying with the whole Farmhouse Fresh thing. If everyone's doing it, like, I'm over it. Like, I want something new. And if everyone goes in around us, at least gets little extras, then I'll find something new. Because I don't want to really look like everybody else, you know. But I don't really worry about it.
Right. And it happens. And
Yeah.
That's just the nature of the
Right.
beast. Wow. Well, this was great, guys. We're going to go ahead and sign off. Is there any more questions for Miss Katy while we have her here and her undivided attention? I know that some of you guys have asked questions on our YouTube channel about Katy, and I've had questions on my Periscopes about you when I brought you up. Yeah, baby, no questions.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks. So if you want to follow Miss Katy, she often does at least weekly. You're doing weekly now Periscopes.
We're trying.
Yes, we're gonna work on that too.
Yeah.
But if you want to follow her on Periscope, she is Vanity Room. You can follow her. She has really, really cute Periscopes. Again, Instagram and Facebook are all Vanity Room Waxing Boutique.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, baby. No. So yes, follow Miss Katy. And again, guys, I will be back on Tuesday night for our esthetician chat. We'll be chatting. I haven't decided what the topic's going to be, but you know I always make it lively. You know we always have a good time. So I will see everybody on Tuesday, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 East Coast. Okay? So we're signing off from Fort Worth, Texas. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Pull it down, baby.